elder who's wise. Who is the elder in the room? Oh, are you elder? You're the elder.
Talking to me?
Yes, you are the elder.
Well, I guess I'm the oldest person here.
You want to get up and look, elder?
Yeah.
Spin your role, elder. Yes. No. Since you never take my $5, may I speak? I'm asking permission to speak.
You have my permission.
Thank you. Please give the elder a big African hand out to the land. Yes. We want to thank the Kemetic folks. We want to thank the Moors. We want to thank the Rasta folks. We want to thank 5%ers. We want to thank all our people in all its manifestation. We are the oldest on planet Earth, and we have traveled and journeyed beyond time. We are the beginning and the beginning. There's no end. When we say we want to save the earth, what we mean is we want to save ourselves. Because we can't be arrogant as to save the earth when the earth is for eternity. So what we're going to do now is we want to also talk to you about the stuff that we have here. We brought some earth because most naturally we are a part of the earth. We are earth, our energies. I brought in a tree part from the west, the Sankofa bird, the replica golden stool, and the Jinyami. I brought this from Haiti, and this same thing, I see it all over Africa where we make our cassava, and we grind it, and we make good bami. I brought this book, The Black Man of the Nile and His Family, from Baba ancestor Yosef A.A. Ben Yakanan. I always travel with these things because it connects me closer. I love talking to dead people. I have problems dealing with the living. I'm more comfortable speaking to ancestors. And so I want to talk about when we built ancient cities, when we built societies, not just kings and queens, because oftentimes we think it's about kings and queens. No, it is about families, societies, larger nationhood. And we want to pour libation for those folks who had it in them to build these places before anyone else. So could I give you this microphone? And when I pour, I just say Ashe, so it shall be. I pour it for all those people who built our societies. Ashe. Ashe. And it's important when we teach each other and we learn from each other, we want to know what did we do before anyone else was here. Because oftentimes you are wrapped up in somebody else's mind and memory. And we want to know the earth was here. And that's Mama Earth. And we want to talk about that. And we want to talk about those who resisted. And we want to pour for those who resisted when the enemy came to rip us out. Whether it was the Ixos, whether it was in ancient time, we want to pour for those warriors who resisted. Ashe. Ashe. People, Ashe is not going to hurt you. So don't let me come and move your mouth. Let's try this as a group. Ashe. 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 We want to remember those who fought from the east, west, north, and south, who resisted encroachment of enslavement, one of the worst crimes of humanity. We want to remember those folks who fought. They gave their lives for us. They gave their lives on the continent, and some of them are still talking to us from the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. Ashe. Ashe. We want to thank those ancestors who came over, because if they didn't come over, we wouldn't be here. Those who resisted didn't make it over. Those who make it over and the barracoons and the plantations of death and genocide, they continue to resist. They burned down plantation when the majority didn't want to, but they knew all they needed was a critical mass of like-minded people to destroy plantations and enslavement. We pour for those warriors.
Ashe.
Ashe. We want to pour from the places that we have landed, whether it was America Kaka, whether it was in the Carib, that's not for the Carib region, or West Indies, not for the Indies or the Indians. We want to pour for those Africans who fought hand-to-hand combat, whether they were in Palmeiras, in Brazil, whether they came from Angola and they fought and they kept their thing intact because their spirits still live. We want to pour for them.
Ashe.
We want to pour for those people like Dudley Laws, Charlie Roach. We want to pour for those people in Canada. People who fought in Canada, who we know, we met them. We as a brethren from CKLN. I know his show was called Something Triangle. We know it was a militant Milton Blake. But we want to remember those Africans who resisted, those African women in Africville who pushed. We want to remember those people who continue to push on this land. As we lose them and they become ancestors, they continue to make us strong. We want to pour for them. Ashe.
Ashe.
I want to ask from the floor, is there anyone, and now the truth is when we do this sometimes we get in an uncomfortable position. An ancestor is not a dead person. An ancestor is an elder who gave their life for you. So it doesn't matter the name, but it matters the work. So from the floor, can you give me an ancestor, an elder who fought courageously and now has transitioned and helped the fight from the other?
Ashe.
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 Nani.
Ashe. 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 Ashe.
Salim.
Ashe.
Comitore.
Ashe. Ashe.
Malcolm X.
Ashe.
Call one, call all. We want to invoke the spirit of the ancestors in our presence today, and it will make us strong for the next 1,000 years. When we build for generations to come. Today we're worried about food for tomorrow, but when we begin to know ourselves, we're building for 1,000 years. And we want to say thank you. Give yourself a big clap because you guys can do it. Come on, give yourself a big clap. Give Brother Wakepool, Brother Jerome a big hand. Sister Nyambe, she's one of those sisters who continue to do work with us and beautiful work, and she's got a beautiful voice and beautiful everything. Ladies and gentlemen, could you rise and give Sister Nyambe a big African Alpha-Milan, a more Rasta hand here.
Thank you. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling seas. Stone chastening rod, felt in those days when hope unborn had died, but with a steady beat hath not a weary feet come to the place on which our fathers died. We have come over a way that with tears have been watered. We have come treading the path through the blood of the slaughtered, out from the glooming past, till now we stand at last, where the bright beam of our black star is cast. So lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven they ring with the harmonies of sweet liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Yeah.